Sul, hello, and Labus. Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge. Today it's day 2. It's going to be day 2 of 1363 because it took so long to eliminate all of the fallen Sims. Oh dear. Also, my upstairs neighbor is drilling, and I have already taken a break to try and wait and see if he would stop. But alas, he will not stop, it does not seem. And so the big problem is that if I don't record this now, I won't have a chance to edit it before the episodes normally come out. So I'm hoping against hope that you cannot hear the drilling. Or at least that it's very minimal. So please forgive the quality of this if there's something wrong with it. We are starting from the map view because we're going to be talking about the whole world of this challenge that we exist in. So I had about 120 Sims in my played Sims, like my managed Sims tab. That's because not all of them were ours. Some of them were like, the maids at the Lancasters or like other Sims like that, world Sims. However, even still, of the Sims that we rolled for, those 120, we lost 31 Sims. That's about 26% of them. 21 of the fallen Sims were men, so that kind of worked out well, and 10 children we lost to the plague. I say kind of worked out well, not because I was like, get the men, but because this one was supposed to affect men more than women. So I was happy to see at least that worked out well. However, the big changes are in which families are thriving and which of them are on the edge of complete and absolute ruin. The big takeaways are that Elizabeth's line is in serious trouble. Elizabeth, if you don't remember, was the second wife of Aiken II. They had 6 children together. Most of them made it to adulthood, but a lot of them passed away in the last plague. And so of Elizabeth's 6 children, she only has one great-grandson. It is Gregory Brewer. Conrad is, of course, married. His wife is fine. He became a young adult last episode. They currently have one child. They should be having another one this episode, I believe. And Alexander, I think, is probably going to come and stay with his stepmom and help her take care of this baby because Elizabeth's getting a little bit older, and maybe Alexander also wants Conrad and Brenna to kind of have a chance to settle into married life without him lurking around or something. So that might give them a chance to be alone and let Elizabeth and Alexander kind of like look after the baby. Gregory did have a half-sister. Gia is currently living with her uncle, who is Emma's orphaned brother. So they're living together with the people who took him in. They seem like a nice family. They autonomously took him in when his father passed away. So I guess that's nice. They seem like nice Sims. Devilli's children are absolutely thriving. She had 4 children who survived to adulthood. It was Jefferson II, James, Heath, and Idis, named after her bestie and sister. And all 4 of them survived both rounds of the plague. And I don't think that any of them lost any children in this round of the plague, actually. They've lost wives. In the last plague, they lost some children, but this time they didn't lose a single child between them, I don't think, now that I'm thinking about it. That's very weird, but at least her genes continue. However, her bestie and sister, the original Idis's family, is still in trouble, as it was before. There are only 2 survivors of this bloodline. One is Alaric, who actually has since moved out of the Lancaster estate now that his father has passed away. He inherited this estate. It's like pretty small, but in my mind, he has a couple of tenants on there. He inherited this from his father, Henry of Grosmont, who passed away last 2 years ago in 1361. He does not get along with his half-sister, Blanche. Blanche didn't want him hanging around the estate, so he's been encouraged to go on his way. So he lives out here. He is one of original Idis's lineage. The only other survivor from that line is Beckett Hagen. And he and the other Hagens were living here where Leif and Idis moved when they got married. But I'm pretty sure that this home is cursed. It had had bad fortune before the Hoggins moved there, and the Hoggins didn't exactly have a great time. So they have since abandoned this holding. Jefferson II, in my mind, has constantly kept an eye on the Hoggins because his mother was so close with their mother because they're cousins. And he was like, very concerned about their state of being at the last plague. But he was especially concerned when he saw that Rollo passed away on this one. He was worried that Rollo's wife was out there with a small child all by herself, in a place where anything could happen to them. And so he actually introduced them to his brother James and encouraged them to sort of figure something out, which we'll talk about this in a second. But now Marielle and Beckett are living with James over in London. In terms of our Lithuanian families, they've had a very much roller coaster. We've known it all along. But Sophia, if you didn't know, had 11 baby tries, just like Kate. And she used all of them, just like Kate. However, her only 2 surviving children at this point are Aldona and Egla. That's it. Of course, she has some grandchildren, so it's not like all hope is lost, but it is pretty sad because to me, Sophia very much reminds me of her mom. Her mom was so special to me, and Sophia has been so special to me. Now we're left with 2 lone survivors from her bloodline. The other one who's had a really strange run is, of course, Seamus. Seamus is on wife 3, just like his sister is on husband number 3. And he also only has 2 surviving children. He had 8 baby tries, and every single one of his children, except for the single son that he had with his first wife, Amelia, died in either the last plague or this one. So the plagues have been especially brutal to Seamus. His son, Joris, of course, passed away in the plague, and so did his son, Eduardo, and that was the end of that line. So they're gone. Now, something that's become pretty painfully clear to me, at least, is that Gree's line is cursed. It's cursed. Something weird is going on. If you remember all the way at the very beginning of the challenge on episode 1, the original heir Darius got bitten by a spider and was poisoned, and he was gonna die. He was gonna die, which is why his first wife, Selby, went and made that very first witch's trade with Ava, which, ended up costing their oldest son, Adolf, his life, because the trade for Darius's life was, of course, youth, and Adolf was the first one we saw go through that, and he did not survive the process. I think it can be reasonably assumed that that's also when Ernan first encountered Gree and first began to get a crush on her, to be attracted to her, to be interested in her, which his interest in her is ultimately what led to her having that set of twins, Grania and Kieran, which of course had its own whole can of worms situation and caused a lot of drama, but at least that's somewhat settled for now, right? However, Gree was Darius's firstborn, and it seemed like everything was going fine before the plague. Like, she had a lot of kids. She had, 6 surviving children out of only 3 baby tries, so she was, pretty lucky. She'd been saved a lot. She had a lot of grandchildren on the way or in the world. It seemed like everything was going fine. But that changed rapidly. At this point in time, Gree's line is down to a handful of orphans, the Woodhamses, Ingrid de Beauchamp, Kieran Mackey, who we all are thinking is going to make a bad decision, and Edwin, who last we heard is not interested in having any more children. So it's not looking great. The Woodhamses, in fairness, they're doing fine. They've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 babies. Did that baby age up? Oh. Interesting. So they've got 4 children, 3 sons, I believe, and so they're doing pretty okay. That's from Eleanor, Gree's second-born. But the line of Adams, which is Gree's firstborn, they're bad. It's bad. Adam seems to have been cursed. He had 6 baby tries, he had a handful of children, things were going well, but the plague took most of them. It took him, his wife, and his lover, if you remember. And then this round of plague, His son also passed away along with his wife, and there's only one child left from them, which is Adam the third. His only surviving daughter, Blanche, also just passed away. Her husband just passed away, and her firstborn just passed away. And then, of course, his illegitimate son, the only other survivor, Everard, also just passed away in the plague. So, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it seems like something weird is going on. To be honest, pretty much everybody's line is struggling, except for Duviles. That's what it seems like to me. Now, some people have mentioned in the comments that, of course, this has left a lot of widowers around. And in the Middle Ages, widowers just weren't really done. Let's load into James's house to kind of like take a peek-see here. James, are you at home? Yeah. So during the Middle Ages, women weren't really allowed to be widows. You could, but there was a lot of pressure to not be a widow because people at the time were actually really scared of widowed women. They were thought to be uncontrollable. It was believed at the time that women did not think about having relations until they got married. And at that point, once they got married, yes, hello, Marion. Are you doing okay? Can your sister feed you? I know that, like, it's a bit weird, but we've got it so that kids can take care of babies in this save file. So basically, it was thought that women didn't think about intimacy or relations like that until they got married, at which point they became these, like, you know, ravenous creatures that's all they could ever think about, and they would tempt men into darkness and chaos or whatever. Widows were terrifying because they had their own money, which meant that they had a degree of freedom, and because they knew about relations. Medieval people blamed women for all the weaknesses of society. It dates back to the ancients, particularly the one and the only Aristotle. If you don't know about him, he had a heavy influence on Western thought, especially after the Crusades when the Greek and Roman texts were rediscovered, quote, rediscovered during the Crusades because all of those had ended up in the Middle East. That's a whole long story. Let's not get into it. But basically, Aristotle was a big fan of this idea that men were the default humans, the ideal humans, and he thought that women were inside-out men, that they were basically failed men. Other people were a big fan of this idea, predominantly men, as you might imagine. And so women were often treated with suspicion, especially if they were single, especially if they were independent. In fact, single independent women were perceived not just with suspicion, but also as a threat. And they would try to control them, you know, like strong, healthy, single women under the age of 50 were forbidden to rent a house unless it was to go into service. It was a form of control. We already know, because we've talked about it before, that widowed ladies had to choose their next spouse within 3 weeks, or else if they were a serf at least, then their local lord or a bailiff would choose for her. It was completely accepted at the time that the landowner could force a widowed woman to marry quickly, and if she refused, then she would face punishment by him. I could have sworn that I'd read, heard, seen it somewhere, but I couldn't find the reference in my notes document, so let me know if I'm wrong. But I had thought that it was fairly common for men to marry their brothers' widows because it helped to keep the inheritance within the family. It helped to protect the wives and the children. And so that was kind of my belief about how they handled when family members were widowed. And so I've kind of taken that as my philosophy here. James has now married Marielle. 1 second. Their name hasn't changed even though they are married. I mean, I kind of like leaving her as a Hagen, but I mean, she is now a Greystroke by marriage. So yeah, they got married. It's a marriage of convenience. It is not for anything else. James does technically have more baby tries, but I mean, I'm not going to force it, especially because when I opened up their little panel, he thinks that she is unattractive. They're deeply connected. They're there for each other in this time of loss, but he thinks she's unattractive. She thinks that he is extremely attractive, so it's a little bit of an awkward dynamic, but The main thing is that they're here to help each other. They have got children to take care of together. James has got 3 very young children. They're quite young, especially Marianne. And Marielle has Beckett, the last Hagen. Oh, he's going to age up next year. So they live here now. This is the new Greystrokes family. They're not the only ones, though. I'm going to do this next one from map view. I'm sorry if it's really boring. It's just a lot faster and easier. So the next one, which I think a lot of people might be sad about, is that Graham and Audrina got married. Audrina was Graham's brother's wife. She has got 2 very small children as well, just Deanna and Alfred. She also is an elder now, so she's not old by any means, but she is getting older. And this sheep farm was just going to be much too much work for her. Graham as well has got his whole blacksmith business. He's got to look out for his son Pate and try and get him settled in his life. He's also got his other 2 children, and so this is not a romantic relationship. This is purely a relationship of family members who are trying to support each other. So he is helping Audrina to be safe, to raise her children safely, so that she's not out at this giant wool farm by herself. And she will give the wool farm to her son Alfred. He will still inherit it when he comes of age. But in the meantime, her son Michael is the one who's running the wool farm. Now you might wonder, why is Joyce here? And that is because I thought initially that I was going to have Joyce marry Edgar. Because again, the brothers, left behind love or whatever, and Edgar was widowed. She was to be married and then lost her to be husband. But then I decided I thought it was nicer for Joyce to get to choose. So Joyce actually met James before he married Marielle. She met Audrina's 2 single sons. She met Edgar. And there was somebody else. I can't remember who it was. She met somebody else who was widowed. But she just got along best with Michael. They just got along. She felt safe with him. She felt comfortable with him. They don't have any romance, but they felt comfortable together. And so she and Harold are living at the wool farm. Michael is her husband, and he is taking care of the wool farm until his brother is set to inherit it. Because this was really Harper's land. So I don't know if that's truly how things would have worked, but that's how things are working in my mind. So now the last big change is with the Jacobsons. As you remember, Edwin has been widowed for a long time. I don't know how long, since his children were born. Oh, his children are deceased. That's right. I forgot for a moment. And so Maritza had been married to Everard, and as we remember, that was a marriage of convenience for her. She was not really interested in, are all of the children doing okay? Seems like. She was not really interested in Everard. She really just wanted to get the step up in life. He had an estate where he had a couple of tenants. Everything was going okay. It was a good step up for her from sort of like upper class peasant life. However, when he passed away, the nearest best relation is Edwin. And so that was a huge step up for Maritza to get together with Edwin. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot of drama going on with this. Now, first of all, just go to bed, Bartholomew. First of all, they have 4 infants here, so talk about a nightmare. But second of all, Edwin is the next best relationship for these guys. They could have potentially gone to the Woodhamses, but the Woodhams house is really full and they've got their own small children. So Edwin seemed like the next best option. Kieran is exiled, he is not an option. So he's taken in all of these children along with Everard's widow, Maritza, and Maritza is now married to Edwin. Edwin, as we know, does not want to have children, but Maritza is a little bit of a sneaky snake, and she would love to have a child with Edwin because Edwin now is set to be one of the only inheritors of this massive estate of land spread across the country. Like, the Jacobsons are a long-standing noble house. There are a great many of them. They are all over the world, and so if anything were to happen to Theo Matthews or Adam III Fitzroy, then that would potentially end up going to some distant cousins. Her son is already going to inherit the land that she and Everard were living on, But if she can get Edwin to make a few more babies with her, then if anything should happen to these other kids, she'll be pretty set up and she'll have powerful children all over the place. So she's very interested in making that happen. And so I don't know if she's got some kind of magic or what, but she did ask Edwin to woohoo, and he agreed. Not only that, but look at how much romance they have right now. So I don't know what kind of magic she is casting on him, but she is doing something. So anyways, we're going to leave these guys here and pop over to the main family because it's the Lord's Fest, and so we're going to go spend some time with them. We'll have to wait and see over time if Maritza does get pregnant with Edwin's child. I'm not having them try for a baby, and I'm not guaranteeing that they will, but she occasionally just sort of like, I don't know, flirts with them and gets his head all in a tizzy, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I will see you at the main family. Oh, Edmund. Look at you with your cute little cap on. Oh, she's getting a milestone. Now the other two are going to be upset. Oh, you're so adorable. Oh, Edwina. Edwina, 4 days. Edmund, yes, he feels outshined. 9 days. Oh, come on, Edgar. No! Why? Edgar? Should we do an archery competition today? An archery competition? Now that we're so good at it that we win all the time? Maybe we should. Wait, do you have any cooking skill? No, that's like the most barely that I've ever seen. You've got level 2. How about you? Oh yes, you're an excellent cook. Can you please come and make this cake? So, in the background, I took Edgar, of course, to meet... Oh man, I was looking around for a little Cole for a second there. Cole was a tough loss. A lot of people have said we want Cole back. I agree with you. I want him back too. Edwina! Cool it! No. You... I don't know, stack or whatever. Dude! Finish your sponge cake! So, yeah. What were we talking about? Just cuddle her. Just cuddle her. So, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. No, I don't remember. Okay, well. Oh, yeah, so in the background, I took Edgar to go and see the new Earl to meet him. I guess it should have really been Esmond, but honestly, I was like, you know, let's just get Edgar doing the big boy stuff. So he met Henry of Grosmont. Nay. He met, who is this new Earl? Oh yeah, John of Gaunt. He met Blanche as well, his wife. He does not really like Blanche. They didn't get along, but all I did was have him do a cheerful introduction and then I ran away. And he's already friends with John of Gaunt, so maybe we'll be lucky. Although we've got really high taxes. Maybe he just gave us high taxes because he thinks, I don't know, maybe he likes us because he gave us high taxes is what I'm really trying to say. I don't know. But either way, he gets along with us, so maybe we'll get lucky and we'll actually get something this year. Also, we get to re-roll our gardening lot traits, and so maybe we can stop having our plants die. That would be excellent. And not only that, but also Edgar got the desire to have another child, which it's not going to happen right now. We don't have any marital prospects, female companions. But you can have that dream. I pinned it for him because I care about him and I want him to be happy. Happy birthday, Beatrix! Esmond? Oh, okay. You can walk away. Lucia, you go ahead and add those birthday candles. Beatrix was intense and now she's a charmer. Yes. So we will go ahead and edit her and we will see if she's going to make it. Oh, Beatrix has her mother's green eyes. You know what? I actually kind of think it makes sense that she's got this crazy haircut. I mean, I think it's cute, but like, it's kind of like, who did this to this child, you know? For Beatrix to survive this toddler birthday, she cannot roll the numbers 4, 8, 12, or 16. Oh, that was very close. But she did make it. She did make it. Okay. Okay, everything's gonna be fine. There's no need to get crazy. We're going all the way to Lancaster to see the new Lord, John of Gaunt. He's throwing a little party, a shindig for the Lord's Harvest Festival. Let us see. Number 5, is that something? No, it's not something. And they started drilling upstairs extra loud. I rolled, we didn't get anything. Even though we're friends. So he says, okay, so we've come all this way to see our Earl, John of Gaunt. We should give him a gift even though I've already rolled and he didn't give us a gift. Even though he claims to be our friend. Aubrey Plowman, you are pregnante, and with whom? And with what? I'm taking a peek. Hey, she's not our sim, we can do this. Adam Blanco. The girl? Oh, that's cute. Maybe one day your daughter will marry our daughter. Who are you? Oh, Jenny, I didn't recognize you. You could reach out for help. Lucia, do you want to go meet your relation? I don't know how to understand how he's related to us. Second cousin? He just found his soulmate recently. It's very exciting. Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that they actually really liked each other. I guess they kind of did, but not really. Oh, you can meet Jenny too. And you can meet Lucy. Oh, and you can meet Toby. And then why don't we... oh yeah, it's not gold or anything, so we can do whatever the heck we want. You can go ahead and grab a serving. Mr. Gaunt? Oh, I meant to invite her buddy over. You can be thankful to this guy, Kale. Your buddy recently aged up to a teenager. Jung? Misapakia? Oh, she thinks he's unattractive. It was suggested that she might be potentially interested in him, but it seems like she is not interested in him. I wonder when she met Alec. I saw that. She met Alec at some point in time, but I don't know when. Also, where the heck... John? Oh, you know what else is so sad as well is that Marissa actually became soulmates with Eduardo. And so I was going to have this whole thing where Eduardo wanted to come to England, and so his father brought him all the way here and then made his way to Lithuania. And Eduardo was going to meet Marissa and fall in love, but of course that did not happen. Oh, Sarah Bogart. No, not Flirty. That is the maid that used to take care of Everard and Maritza's home. So I guess some things that happened in 1363 is not really anything crazy. Actually, Esmond, I'm so sorry because normally I don't let anybody copy our clothes from the main family. But I'm really sick and tired of Trader Jacques always being nude. And not having a name, but I mean... At least he can have some clothes on, you know? So anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so by 1363, Edward III has really started to get annoyed by the fact that things don't always go exactly his way, exactly the way he wants them to go, exactly when he wants them to go that way. So what I mean is that he was really concerned that the peasant class was going to get ideas about not being indentured servants, and that... I'm sorry, I got... Alaric? What are you doing? And that they... Well, Alaric, I came all this way to look at you. And that they were going to, you know, think that they were entitled to things like, you know, fair wages or, you know, reasonable working conditions or not having to pay for everything. And so he started instituting even more laws. Oh, Albert Plowman, go and say hi. He's a young adult now. Hey, wait a second, Albert, we wanted to say hi to you. You're basically a part of the family. Hello? Yeah, you can give them a gift, I guess. You can give them your shapes, if that's all we can do. Wait, Albert, don't leave. I can tell you're leaving, please. Dang it. Oh, one of the Greystroke kids. Well, you can say hi. So he started introducing all of these rules and regulations about what people could or couldn't do. For example, he introduced new sumptuary laws in 1363 that made it illegal for anyone except for the wives of land-owning peasants and craftspeople, so basically at a certain social class and above, to wear fox, lamb, rabbit, or cat fur, meaning that the only types of fur available to people lower than that were, you know, I don't know, like squirrel or something. Like, not very easy to obtain and not very much, yeah, I would say Edgar and Esmond are close. Kind of not the easiest to obtain and not the nicest furs, you know? In addition, though, Edward III also banned football again in 1363, along with hockey, cockfighting, and other, quote, idle games, saying that they caused havoc, destruction of property, and death. And while this might be true, mostly it's because his laborers' numbers were down post-plague, and he was worried that people were going to get hurt. I mean, they did get hurt playing football at this point in time, all the time. Like, football was super dangerous. But he didn't want people getting hurt and not being able to work for him. So that was the main reason that he... Esmond Payne. No, he is too young. Sir, we're really sorry for our grandfather. He's just really confused. We just want to be friends, please. Who is this? What is your name? Jacobson. She's a Jacobson. Aw, that's cute. Esmond, why don't you go to the bathroom? And Lucy, if you wouldn't mind coming back out here, I'm kind of interested in knowing who you are attracted to, rather than who you're not attracted to. Oh, you're saying hi? Well, that's nice of you. You're nice, I wonder who asked who. If anybody saw, let me know. Esmond's just a little bit befuddled lately. He's just got a lot of... Oh, she doesn't notice anybody interesting. Well, why don't you go and, oh, hey, say hi to Larissa. She's a nice, I like her. Oh, she really doesn't get along with Audrey that much. We probably won't stay for that much longer. Did you say hi to this kid? Oh, yeah, you got along with him pretty okay. Did you say hi to Alaric? Yeah, you did. Okay, good. Well, yeah, we probably won't stay that much longer. We might go back to the house, although the house is kind of depressing these days, if you know what I mean. But we might go ahead and go back there anyways. Okay, let's get out of here, guys. Let's get out of here. It's a long walk home. It's already like 7 p.m. We want to get home before it's dark. The babies are being taken care of by maybe Joyce. Maybe Joyce is looking after them. You, naughty old man, have to go and tend the garden. I think we do have a second potty somewhere. Oh yeah, we do. It's over here. Edgar, what are you doing? Washing the dishes? You're a great dad. You're a great man, and I love you. Potty train your son, though, please. And you're doing that, and Edwina's just kind of standing here staring into space. Okay, you go ahead and study shapes, kiddo. So, yep. On that note, I think we're going to go ahead and leave these guys here because I have some places to go, some things to take care of. Alright, so here we are at the Miskinus home. This was originally Darius's home, and then Johanna kind of inherited it, and now Darius's only surviving child, Vilkas, is the one who's inherited it again. Please share your insecurities. So Vilkas actually finally met his soulmate. It took me forever to find his soulmate. I have been going around introducing him to Sims in the background literally for years of the challenge. And he finally met her, and this is she. Her name is Tasman. She is a tanner, so she has got some, she has got a career. I don't know what she's doing in Lithuania, but I do know that she is here. Also, Jelva met her soulmate. Let's actually invite him over. Where is he? Thorn, who is a blacksmith, who, I mean, that makes sense why he's over here. He could be either on the side of the Crusaders or on the side of the Lithuanians. But can we... No, not yet. Vilkas is actually going to have a shotgun kind of a wedding. I guess that's not exactly the right thing to say. Actually, yeah, let's do it. What are we holding back for, you know? Today is Vilkas's birthday, and he could have gotten married years ago. Absolute years ago. So when I say I've been looking for his partner, I mean it. I have been looking for his partner for forever. So they can go be together. Ooh, soulmates. Oh, so cute. And then Jelva is not ready for marriage, I do not think. Yeah, Jelva cannot get married until 1366, so we're not in a rush with her. She found her soulmate, like, immediately. She was very lucky. So she's just out here, you know, doing what she's doing. You can sing a song to her, you can make funny faces at him, you can blow a kiss to her. Oh. Albert, where are you going? There's nowhere for you to go, bud. Just hang out with your siblings. You don't want to see what's happening in there. Oh yeah, Tasman has really short hair as well. I don't even know if he finds her attractive. What I do know, oh yes, he does, very attractive. She's got kind of she's always a bit messy, but you know what, that's fine. She's a good sim, and we don't know her other trait. Now, something that happened when I first loaded in to record, is a very big shock. You will see the footage now. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I guess we aren't popping into this family to see this here. It looks like Catherine is pregnant, so I will see you when we get to Tartosa, aka España, to see what's going on. Oh, Catherine, I guess you're gonna have this baby over here. Good thing Idas is here. Can you come over here, Idas, and help out? Catherine's still, well, she's getting on in years for a noble. She probably would be married by now. But Catherine's the one who really wants to travel, and her brother's kind of been avoiding letting her. Well, go, Catherine, go. I'm rooting for you. I'm looking forward to finding out who the baby daddy is. Oh my goodness, those jerks! Oh, the baby must be here. Oh, it's a boy. She's a Spanish. Let's go with the name Raphael. Catherine and Vilkas? Vilkas Miskinus. Vilkas, I just went to a lot of trouble to find your soulmate. Oh my gosh, Catherine, bounce the baby, rock the baby, cuddle the baby, kiss its head. We'll do your roles. What the actual heck? Okay, for Catherine to survive this birth, she cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11, that's it, so she's fine. And for this baby to survive, he cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. Oh my gosh, the baby lived! Well, that was a surprise. We got a baby Raphael from Vilkas. Oh my gosh, now I've got to figure out how this makes any kind of sense. So as you can see, at some point he met Catherine, who he thinks is extremely attractive. I don't know when this happened. It kind of happened behind my back, so I don't really know what happened, when it happened, why it happened. I just know that it did happen. And so I think that probably Catherine, here's my thoughts about it. Catherine has always wanted to be somebody who travels. She always wanted to go and see the world, but her oldest brother, Fernando, wouldn't allow her to do it because it wasn't what noble ladies do. And so I think that maybe she convinced Alvaro. Alvaro might have been feeling a bit down after Heath and Ingrid were getting so much closer after having the babies. And so I think that maybe he, you know, she convinced him. We're proposing. We haven't kissed yet, so it should be fine. Yes! Yay! We're engaged! And we're gonna get married soon. Heck yeah! So I think that probably what happened is that, wait, come back. Heartfelt compliment. Just keep talking to each other. Yeah. And now we can have our first kiss. Oh, her household is too big. Right. Kiss her hands. Sexy pose. That's right, work it, baby. And in fact, I'm just going to cheat her into our household because it makes my life easier. So add to family, welcome. We don't need your money. First kiss. Agatha is aggressive. Who isn't aggressive these days? Oh, actually, and now I can see. What does she think about him? Oh, she thinks he's attractive. Soulmates. Oh, cute. Oh, they're so in love. Oh, and now I can find out what her other trait is. Oh, overachiever. And she's about the same. Jelvin, no! Oh, good. It got canceled. She's a bit young for my liking. Sorry for panicking. Here. Okay, yes. Listen, there are a lot of children to take care of. I think that basically they came over here, and when they did come over here, maybe they bumped into Vilkas out somewhere, and they just kind of, I don't know, hit it off. Maybe she wanted to experience something new, and so he ended up maybe asking her. Maybe she asked him. We don't know. We don't know what happened because it happened in the background, outside of our point of view, outside of our perspective. But either way, it has culminated in a baby. So I imagine that Catherine is actually staying with Alvaro, probably with Crusaders, not that far from here. And that Alvaro is thinking it's going to be very inconvenient if she returns with a child. So they'll probably stay here until the child doesn't need to be on bottles anymore. And once it doesn't need to be on bottles anymore, they're going to drop it off with Vilkas, which, in fairness, this all happened before he even met Tasman. He only met her very recently. Well, I don't know. Maybe she'll be totally cool with it. Can you please potty train Agatha? And then we're actually going to have a wedding, but I don't know where we're going to have the wedding. I guess we could have it here, like in the old days. Do we have many family members still alive? Not that many, you know. We've got Albert and Johanna, of course. Wait, where's your mom? You've forgotten your mom? Dude. It's a fall wedding, and we are doing this thing. Oh, it's our birthday. We're still doing this thing. Now. We're doing it now. And then we've got our birthday. Also invite over Sophia. I want her to be a part of this. Our family members are so few and far between that I would just love for everyone to be a part of it. Ceremony activities. Please take your seats, everyone. Everyone, you're getting your autonomy taken away. I hope you understand. It's just for a moment. Just for a moment while we get things going. Nice job. Vilkas, keep it together, buddy. Keep it together.
Ebony.
Okay, this didn't go quite to plan. Well, it's a Sims wedding. What can we say? Okay, everyone go ahead and time to eat. And then we will consummate this marriage and we will make it a fish. Although, baby, what's wrong? Can you climb up the stairs? That's a negative. Well, I will help you out. You can just teleport on up here, little kid, and then you can have some dumplings. Doesn't that sound delicious? Oh, you're having some onion stew? Why don't you also have some dumplings? And you can meet, oh yeah, you know her already. Oh, Tasman. Oh, I thought that was Tasman. It's Selma. Selma's just out here meeting everyone and being like a good sim, as usual. I'm really sad Sophia isn't here, but what can you do? Matt's here, Seamus is here, Evolda I guess is staying home with the kids. They just lost Davida, so that was pretty gutting. And Jelva is a happy chappy. Where's your partner? Your thorn. And I would love for you two to become partners. Officially, so that you don't forget each other, if you know what I mean. Hold hands, and then you may do a first kiss. Oh my gosh, yeah, I missed the first kiss. I didn't think that was going to happen first. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, but I guess you guys probably want to see. So this is Thorn. Thorn Smith. Name generated from the interweb. Yeah, go to the bathroom, Shelva. Go, 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 go. You started initiating things on your own. Oh yeah, I want to put headline effects back on. Agatha and Seamus have a difficult family dynamic? Maybe. Man, poor Seamus. So these are all his... So these are all his grandchildren. Like, Agatha is his grandchild. Vilkas, I guess, is his nephew. But Johanna is, of course, his grandchild. And Albert is, of course, his grandchild as well. So, you know, it's just kind of very sad. Very sad. It's a sad turn of events. But now we've got family members who are growing. Everything is going pretty well overall. So I guess on that note, we're going to go ahead and leave these guys here. That brings day 3 of this year to a close. And I will see you in the morning, where I think that we're just going to be with the main family. I kind of just, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this last day, because I don't know. So who knows how much of it will end up making it in. I might just do some behind the scenes stuff, or, you know, running of the farm with Edgar and co. We'll see. But anyways, I will see you in the morning. Oh, we forgot about Vilkas' birthday. Poor guy. And happy birthday, Vilkas. I've almost missed it and probably did. Oh, I did miss it. Sorry, Vilkas. Happy birthday. Oh, you're grown folk. So what will his final trait be? A dog lover? I can see that. So he's a glutton, jealous dog lover, and he has a mischief skill. Aspiration, rather. There you go, fella. Go ahead and add birthday candles. As for you, go ahead and get some food, my dude. You're hungry. And he is now a young adult. Oh my goodness. He and Seamus's children are so young for... They're only generation 3. Seamus was a generation 2, and Darius, Vilkas' father, was also generation 2, but it took forever for them to get Vilkas. And he's had to be brought back multiple times as well. And then Seamus's youngest kids, who were just born, are also generation 3, so... What? Jelva, no! Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Tasman, you can clean up if you want to. Vilkas, what are you doing? Oh yeah, we should probably do your rolls and just see what's what. So don't move, okay, bud? Oh, I think that he can't because I've got autonomy turned off. Oh, you couldn't tell that from how the Sims are acting, could you? To successfully become a young adult, Vilkas must avoid rolling the numbers 6 and 14, so... Oh, he's fine. He's fine, thank goodness. Okay, nice. Heck yeah. Man, it was a long road to get here with this Sim, but we are finally here. He is married. Oh, Agatha. Agatha. Please don't cry. We'll take you downstairs. I'm so sorry. Jelva, can you please put Agatha to sleep and not be pregnant? Actually, it's Tasman's birthday tomorrow as well. Gosh, I cannot get out of this household. So Tasman, I actually would love for you to go and also make a wish. And let us see. Hopefully you're gonna make it too. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Because it's already tomorrow. Yay! Yay! Welcome to the family, Tasman. Hoppleborthna indeed. Married and a YA, so you are good, you're an overachiever, and a rancher? Heck yeah, my dude. And I can't help but notice that's a little maker aspiration, I guess because you're a tanner. It's not really a good in-game option for tanner, but if you know of any like tanning mod, let me know, because I do think that's pretty interesting. And you can woohoo one more time in celebration while the rest of us get the heck out of here. Oh, I will put that away. And this time... Selma! No. Thorn, that wasn't our fault. Can we apologize? That I saw that, and that was Selma who did that. It wasn't us. And she must have just felt really lonely and like she was like missing out. So we're really sorry. Also, will you be our boyfriend? Oh, he's hot-headed. And what? What's your other trait? Are you a bad man? Yes. So she has a partner. It is Thorn. Everything's great except for Selma asking, oh my gosh, Aldona, stop. And he is also a perfectionist. Good grief. Why is there so much hooking up going on? So sorry, you two. Oh, and you're just out here talking to Seamus? Look at how good of friends they are. Selma, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. As for you, I don't know what to make of you and Thorn at this point. Oh, and the wedding is over, and the chaos has ensued. Oh my god, I just realized I haven't done her rolls. Okay, so for Tasman to survive her young adult age, she cannot roll the numbers 6 or 14, so... she is fine. She is totally fine, thank goodness. Okay, so here we are at Henrika's home, and I'm calling this Henrika's home now because Irma no longer lives here. There's been so much stuff that has happened with these guys, aside from the chickens in the background dying. Basically, Henrika is back. She is back here. She has her children back. They no longer are with Sophia because Henrika went to meet her husband. She married him in a legal ceremony, but they had a lot of ground to cover to get back to his land. And so Henrika actually never even consummated the marriage. It was never consummated because they were too busy sort of like going through with the legal process and then getting back to where his family is from. So she never even ended up consummating that marriage. What happened is that, so the man that her mother had arranged for her to marry was a German merchant. And so she and he got married. They went all the way to his home in Germany. He is a big landholder. And he actually, like you know, he fell to the plague last episode. And so that didn't stop them from getting back. Like, they got back, and Irma saw that her long-distant, almost forgotten family member, Ivor, was there working in the fields. And now what had happened is that both Sten and Ivor had rolled to be taken for labor from their homes. That's why they ended up disappearing. And so both of them had been taken for serf labor. They had been taken from their homes, transported to Germany, and they had been expected to become serfs there. Sten, as you know, fell in the plague. He wasn't able to survive it. And so Henrika got there. She saw Ivor. He was the one who told her that Sten had passed away. Ivor, if you remember, is an evil sim, and he is not really interested in helping anybody out at any point in time. He is only interested in helping himself out. So he told her, oh, listen, Sten passed away, but do you know something? He left behind a secret that I will tell you if you can get me out of here. And so Henrika actually just sold the property, the estate of her husband, to the nearest relative for a low cost. She wasn't that interested in keeping it. She didn't want to stay in Germany. She wanted to come back here. She freed Ivor from serfdom, brought him back, and he's now living at his father's home. So the secret that Ivor had threatened to keep from Henrika and Irma when they got there and they saw him, even though he didn't need to, like, they would have happily brought him back and freed him from serfdom if they'd have known that's what the deal was, is that Sten had one more surviving child, that he had had a relationship with another serf, that she had passed away during the birth process, and that there was a child left behind. So Henrika grabbed the child, she grabbed Ivor, and she came back, and that is why there is an infant here, and his name is Gunther Nilsson. We know absolutely nothing about his mother. We know absolutely nothing about anything with him except for that he was Sten's. So he is half siblings to Agna and Gerdinus. He's half brother to Badulf. And we know that his father was Sten, and we know nothing else about him except for that he's intense. So probably he really is Sten's child. And so Henrika's living here now with these two children and raising Gunther as her own because, you know, he is half siblings with her children. So why would they think it's sugar? So she's happy to raise him here with them. Her mom, though, ended up finding Ivor very attractive, and the two of them ended up getting married, which is kind of weird. And so Irma is now married to Ivor Nilsson, who has a baby. He must have left that child behind in Germany, because he had to have had that when he was a serf. He only just got back, and they got married straight away. So he is now married to Irma, and if I'm not mistaken, Irma is pregnant with this baby. Where is Irma? Man, look at the relationship she had with Sten still. You know, they knew each other. They knew each other, and he'd been taken for basically slave labor. Yeah, she's pregnant with his child. And he's fathered a child somewhere else and just left it behind? Dang, that's so Ivor, though. He's really selfish. But anyways, that's kind of the big news from here. So Henrika is back. She's back at this house that has passed hands so many different times. She's back with her children. Her children are doing well, and there was one last child from Sten that ended up making it too. So I guess that's kind of nice in a way. So the things that happened in the background are that two babies were born. At the Flores house, they had another daughter, and that was the last of Idas's baby tries. So I don't know how Fernando is going to deal with that. His brother Alvaro is as yet unmarried, and they have a sizable estate. So, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. In addition, at the Brewer house, they had another daughter as well. That's 2 of their 4 baby tries used up. They lived, so that's good. And they chose to name the daughter Briar. Oh, remember the old Briar Brewer? Let's hope this one is better. A couple of kids became infants, and quite a few had their toddler birthdays, which was really scary. So Marion Greystroke, Adam III Fitzroy, Harold Payne, and Gregory Brewer all rolled totally fine, but Althea Matthews and Eleanor Blount both failed their rolls. With Althea, we were luckily able to save her. Edwin pled for her successfully, and that was really good because she is one of 2 surviving children from Blanche. So I would like to hold on to her. In the case of Eleanor, we were not able to successfully save her. We pled, but it was a failure. And that's kind of scary because Eleanor and Alec, her husband, have been having some really serious fertility issues. I've been trying to get them pregnant for years. I go there and I have them, woohoo or try for baby or whatever, and they just won't conceive. I don't know. They have some serious issues with their fertility that I cannot seem to get around. So it's kind of scary. They might be alive, but unable to have any more children. I don't know. We'll have to see as time goes on. In addition, 2 kids became children, Edward Woodhamps and also Leonora Flores, but Leonora Flores actually failed her role. However, her father was able to plead for her successfully, and so she made it. And then quite a few Sims became young adults. It was Portia Blount, who's having fertility issues, Kira Woodhamps, who is doing just fine, Elaine Blackshire, Ingrid became a young adult, still unmarried, and as you saw, also Vilkas. So all in all, it was a pretty good year. A lot of drama, but only one tragedy, so that's pretty handy dandy. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed this part. As always, let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.